The Upanishads, translated by F. Max Muller, in two parts. Part 1, Khandogya Upanishad 6.8, 8th Khanda. Udalaka Aruna said to his son Sveta Ketu, "Learn from me the true nature of sleep." Svapta. When a man sleeps, hear, then, my dear son, he becomes united with the true. He is gone to his own self. Therefore they say, Svapete, he sleeps, because he is gone. Apita, to his own Sva. As a bird, when tied by a string, flies first in every direction, and finding no rest anywhere, settles down, at last, on the very place where it is fastened, exactly in the same manner, my son, that mind, the Kiva, our living self, in the mind, C6.3.2, after flying in every direction, and finding no rest anywhere, settles down on breath. For indeed, my son, mind is fastened to breath. Learn from me, my son, what are hunger and thirst. When a man is thus said to be hungry, water is carrying away, digests what has been eaten by him. Therefore, as they speak of a cow leader, go naya, a horse leader, asva naya, a man leader, purusha naya, so they call water, which digests food and causes hunger, food leader, asa naya. Thus, by food digestion and so on, my son, now this offshoot, the body, to be brought forth, for this body cannot be without a root, cause. And where could its root be except in food, earth? And in the same manner, my son, as food, earth, too is an offshoot. Seek after its root, is water. And as water too is an offshoot, seek after its root, viz. Fire. And as fire too is an offshoot, seek after its root, viz. The true. Yes, all these creatures, my son, have their root in the true. They dwell in the true, they rest in the true. While a man is thus said to be thirsty, fire carries away what has been drunk by him. Therefore, as they speak of a cow leader, go naya, of a horse leader, asva naya, of a man leader, parusha naya, so they call fire udanya, thirst, i.e., water leader, thus by water digested and so on. My son, now this offshoot, the body, to be brought forth, this body could not be without a root, cause. And where could its root be except in water? As water is an offshoot, seek after its root, viz. Fire. As fire is an offshoot, seek after its root, viz. The true. Yes, all these creatures, O son, have their root in the true. They dwell in the true, they rest in the true. And how these three beings, Devata, fire, water, earth, O son, when they reach man, become each of them tripartite, has been said before. 6.4.7. When a man departs from hence, his speech is merged in his mind in his breath in heat, fire, heat in the highest being. Now, that which is that subtle essence, the root of all, in it all that exists has itself. It is the true, it is the self, and thou, O Svetakatu, art it. Please, sir, inform me still more, said the son. Be it so. my child, the father replied. And of course, we think of the Western equivalent of sulfur in the place of fire. And then we have mercury instead of water, and salt instead of earth. And people talk about root work, and root work is, the seeking out of the causes. The deep sushupta sleep is meant, in which personal consciousness is lost, and the self, for a time absorbed in the highest self. Sleep is produced by fatigue. Speech, mind, and the senses rest. Breath only remains awake, and the Jiva, the living soul, in order to recover from its fatigue, returns for a while to his true self, Atma. The Sat must be taken as a substance, nay, as the highest substance or subject, the Brahman. The whole purpose of the Upanishad is obscure if we translate Sat or Satyam by truth instead of the true one. Ta, ontos, on, in Greek. This is one of the many recognized plays on words in the Upanishads, or the Vedanta philosophy. Svapita, he sleeps, stands for Sva, his own, i.e. the self, and Apita, gone too. The commentator takes prana here in the sense of sat, which it often has elsewhere. If so, this illustration would have the same object as the preceding one. If we took prana in the sense of breath being the result of water, the paragraph might be taken to explain the resignation of the living self to its bondage to breath while on earth. That food is the root of the body is shown by the commentator in the following way. Food, when softened by water and digested, becomes a fluid, blood, soneta. From it comes flesh, from flesh fat, from fat bones, from bones marrow, from marrow seed. Food eaten by a woman becomes equally blood, lohita, and from seed and blood combined the new body is produced. We must always have before us the genealogical table. Sat, or ta'an, to begets tagas, fire, vak, equals vat, equals vak, speech, begets ap, water, equals prana, breath, begets ana, earth, equals manas, mind. If a man dies, the first thing which his friends say is he speaks no more, then he understands no more, then he moves no more, then he is cold.